Welcome, everyone. Welcome, families, President Mullen, Provost Bongiorno, honored guests from the Board of Trustees, Larry Miller, Hartwick Senior Leadership Team, our community healthcare partners, esteemed faculty and staff, and most importantly, the resilient graduates of Hartwick School of Nursing. We welcome you to this momentous occasion, our nursing school pinning ceremony. Today we gather to celebrate the incredible achievements of these students and to express our gratitude to the individuals who have supported them throughout the journey. First and foremost, of those graduates who helped to shape the profession of nursing. To the families and friends who have stood by our graduates every step of the way, your love, encouragement, and the countless sacrifices you've made have been instrumental in their success. Today, we celebrate not only the accomplishments of our graduates, but also the unwavering support systems that have helped them navigate through the challenges of nursing school. And to the students sitting before us, I want to commend each and every one of you for your perseverance and determination. Nursing school is not for the faint of heart. It demands long hours of study, countless sacrifices, proving yourselves capable of overcoming any challenge that comes your way. Resilience, my dear graduates, is not just a trait. It's a fundamental attribute of nursing in a profession where you will encounter human suffering, heartache, and uncertainty daily. Your ability to bounce back from adversity will be your greatest asset. It will enable you to weather the storms, find strength in moments of weakness, and continue to provide exceptional care to those in need. In addition to this resilience, I want to acknowledge the tremendous amount of work our graduates have invested throughout the time at school. From the countless hours spent poring over textbooks to the practical application of their knowledge in the clinical setting, each step of their journey demanded unwavering dedication and commitment. Your tireless efforts have not gone unnoticed, and your perseverance in the face of challenges has been nothing short of remarkable. And let's not overlook the lively discussions and the thoughtful questions that have filled our classrooms and lecture halls. These exchanges have not only enriched your learning experience, but have also demonstrated your intellectual curiosity and your passion for nursing. Your willingness to engage critically with complex topics and to challenge conventional wisdom is a testament to your growth as scholars and as future leaders in healthcare. As we reflect on the years you have dedicated to your education, let us remember that every lecture, every assignment, and every clinical rotation has been a building block preparing you for the next chapter of your journey. Each challenge you have overcome and each lesson you have learned has equipped you with the knowledge, skills, and confidence to excel in your career as nurses. So as you stand on the precipice of this new chapter, know that you are not only well prepared, but also well equipped to face whatever challenges may come your way. Your time at Hartwick School of Nursing has not only prepared you for the rigors of the nursing profession, but has also instilled within you the values and compassion, integrity, and lifelong learning that will guide you in your future endeavors. As you embark on this journey as nurses, I have no doubt that you will carry forward the values and lessons instilled in you during your time here. Your resilience, coupled with your unwavering commitment to excellence, will set you apart in the field of nursing. You will be the calm in the storm, the beacon of hope in the moments of despair, and the unwavering advocate for your patients' well-being. To the graduates who have worked tirelessly to reach this momentous milestone, we offer our sincerest congratulations. Today marks the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and sacrifice, and you should all be immensely proud of what you have achieved. Finally, to everyone gathered here today, thank you for joining us in celebrating the remarkable accomplishments of our graduates. Your presence here is a testament to the support and love that surrounds them as they embark on this new chapter in their lives. In closing, let us remember that the pinning ceremony is not just a symbol of achievement, but a reminder of the incredible journey that lies ahead and the lives you will touch along the way. As you spread your wings, may you go forth with courage, compassion, and resilience, knowing that you carry the collective wisdom and support of your professors, peers, and loved ones. Congratulations, class of
Thank you very much. And it is truly a privilege for me to join in offering congratulations to each and every one of you who are part of the Hartwick College nursing class of 2020. Nursing graduates, a tradition that goes back 8 decades. And as you do so, I hope that you will never forget the encouragement of an exceptional faculty. They've challenged you, they've mentored you, and they've inspired you to believe in yourself. And I hope you will never forget into rich, lifelong friendships as professional colleagues. Carry that forward with you. I couldn't be prouder of you than I am now. I couldn't be more sense of privilege to share this celebration.
Staff of our nursing program. And students, I wonder if you'll join me. Faculty and staff of nursing, would you stand for a moment, please? Thank you. I also want to congratulate you, our seniors. You have worked so hard to get to this point today. And it struck me that all things you've been doing begin with the letter C. So, classes, clinicals, capstones. I heard compassion, I added that. A little crying, a lot of celebrating, tomorrow commencement. So, faculty, staff, audience, please take a moment to applaud and celebrate our graduates one more tomorrow. And I'd like to invite Dr. Melody Best, chosen by the class of 2024 as the keynote speaker, to the podium.
Hi. Welcome. Welcome, everyone, to the 2024 Hartwick College School of Nursing pinning ceremony. With special greetings to members of the Board of Trustees, President Mullen, Dr. Laurel Bongiorno, our Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, our wonderful faculty and staff, and certainly to all the family and friends that we have gathered here today. As introduced, I'm Dr. Melody Best, and it is with great pleasure, although pretty humbling, you guys, to have been chosen by this graduating class to provide the faculty speech at your nursing pinning ceremony. I'm very honored. All righty then. You guys all know me, so with your permission, I'm not so much of a podium speaker as I am walking around with a mic speaker. So, Chris, do you have a mic for me? Thank you, buddy. Our Chris is extraordinaire. Who's in charge of his raises? So, okay, that's much better. Back to the honor of being chosen. To be transparent, I guess you guys, when I first read the email that I had been chosen to be your keynote speaker at pinning, I initially was very honored, but that was immediately replaced with astonishment. I mean, you guys chose me, right? You realize I teach research? I don't teach the, hey, Mom, I got to see a baby born today. I don't teach that class. Neither do I teach the adrenaline-infused intensive care nursing class. And I don't teach the, I love kids, so pediatrics. I don't teach that either. Yeah, I teach research. So hearing, hey, I can't wait to start 3 semesters of research was said by no student ever. So I gotta tell you, yeah, I was astonished, but that was quickly replaced with being honored, and I guess I thank you guys. The pinning ceremony, as our chair, Professor Kristen has said, the pinning ceremony in nursing is very special. It's something just for nurses. And I think that those in here, many of you, probably nurses too, would agree with me that the pinning ceremony is probably the epitome of the graduation ceremonies for nurses, right? So with that, yeah, I did really feel honored that you selected me. But, you know, and for a year, I've had you 3 semesters, and I've been saying, ooh, wait till pinning. And here you are, right? So, yeah, I am truly honored, but to be transparent, I also got to tell you guys, it did cross my mind that maybe you selected me to see how I would do with a presentation, right? Because in their classes, they've had to do at least 4, 5 very formal presentations where they're graded on content, certainly, but they also are graded on things like how well do they present? How often do they say or ah? Is it professional? Do they walk around? Do they weave back and forth when they are talking or when they're waiting to speak their part? Do they weave back and forth? They got points taken off for any of that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking, did they do this just to see how I would present. If that's the case, I hope I get a passing grade today, as my bosses are all here. So to get started with the actual talk, I think maybe some family and friends need some context about what have we been doing in research, right, for 3 semesters. Research, wow. So maybe even some faculty need some context about that. What is learned in research? What are we doing? How will it help you in your nursing career and actually in your life? So, introduction to research is really about learning how to learn. So, every spring, I get a whole new crop of juniors that come to me, and they have to pick a small group that they're gonna think they're gonna be willing to work with and be okay with still at the end of a year working together. And then they have to select a topic that they're all gonna agree on will hold their interest for almost a year. And for those of you who have advanced degrees, it's hysterical that they're like, a year? I have to spend a year on this? And I'm thinking, wait till you go to grad school or doctoral programs. So for them, a year is like an eternity. So they have to select a topic, and then they have to embark upon a journey where they're going to end up writing a 3-chapter, very real thesis, an integrative review. And for family and friends, I hope they've shared their thesis with you. This isn't just an exercise as a baccalaureate student. It's an actual research project. It's legitimate, it can be published, and I hope you guys do so. It's my job then to shepherd them through this process. Picking a group, making sure, is it a good idea to pick your roommate? Maybe not. Picking a topic, is that gonna hold everybody's interest? And also throughout the research methodology. Sorry, my Kleenex in case I cry later. I thought you guys had enough of that in January, right? So, you can see with all this stuff they have to do why I said no one comes running to go to research classes, right? My hope in teaching you research, my hope is I can help students see what research does. For us as nurses, certainly, but how it helps our patients. And that's not all. Why is it important just to learn for learning itself's sake? Because research is important for nursing, because in our field, it helps us take better care of our patients, correct? Evidence-based nursing. But it also helps us take better care of their families as well. But it's also just about learning, pure learning. Students come to the research classes not knowing what research is, how to use it, or why for the life of them they have to take 3 semesters in it. Why a 3-semester requirement? So I hope that you've learned to like learning itself, not only about research, but to ask questions, be curious, be inquisitive. Don't accept things you read just because you read them published somewhere or you read it on the internet. Don't go to the same news site because that only validates what you think you already know. You're not learning about anybody else. I hope that you've learned how to learn. But as I've told the students repeatedly over my time with them, hope is not a plan, right? So I do spend a lot of time planning classes, agonizing really. I mean, research could be an incredibly dry subject if you let it be. Dry as burnt, stale toast. And it doesn't matter how much butter you put on it, it still can be very dry. And nobody will learn anything if it's like that. So instead of standing here expounding on a bunch of stuff I'm sure other graduate speakers will share with you, like, find your passion. I think we did a little bit of that our first semester together. Or, you're the new leaders of the world, which I think is kind of daunting since, wow, you guys haven't even gotten your first paycheck yet. So instead of doing that, I thought we'd just remember a few things about our year together, right? Go down a little bit, reminisce, and do something a little bit less dry. So do you remember our first day in Intro to Research? When I stood there and said, all right, what have you heard about the research courses? Come on, be brave. Come on, tell me. And I actually had to prod it out of you. and I think we were meeting in Johnstone on the first floor, and somebody over here that was sitting over in this section, not here, but during that class that day, said to me, "I heard you were very picky." Well, yes, that's absolutely true. I am very picky. I'm very picky about the care I give my patients, and I'm very picky about how I teach research. I'm very picky about how you've learned the methodology, making sure that you understand that research is about getting consent from participants to be in a research project, and also about the minutia of research, right? The minutia, APA. APA has become the bane of my students' lives. I see some parents nodding. They must have fussed at you about APA. For those of you not familiar, APA stands for American Psychological Association. It's simply a style of writing often used when publishing anything in healthcare research. So, yeah, I am very picky. I also heard from you, well, it's hard. Yeah, research can be hard. I also heard it's a lot of work, meaning writing a 3-chapter thesis. Yeah. So, things being hard, things being a lot of work, and I'll substitute the word detailed here for being picky, absolutely. But things being hard and a lot of work and detailed are what you can look forward to in your lives and in your workplace, all right? So, I know many of you want to specialize. I wish it wasn't so soon. But I know many of you are going to go into maternal child. And so certainly you're going to have to do a workshop, you're going to have to take a class if you're going to be around newborns on neonatal resuscitation. I know some of you, if you're going to go into pediatrics, you're going to have to learn more. You're going to have to learn pediatric advanced life support to be around those kiddos. So, yeah. Maybe eventually, though, researching and learning is going to involve not only your job, but your life. Maybe you're going to have to research a new graduate program that you're going to attend. Maybe you want to find out how to be a better parent, if that comes to you. Maybe you want to learn how to make a souffle. Or maybe you just want to improve a relationship. Is research hard? Well, yeah, parts of it we learned. Like interpreting the results and statistics that you've been skipping for your 3.5 years before you came to me. Yeah, I know. But what do, right? What do I do when I don't know something? I look it up. I ask questions. I find people. I take more classes. Because I learn all the time. And learning about what interests you makes it not so much hard or all that much work if you like it, if you are interested in looking at what you're researching. Maybe it's even a little bit fun, especially when you do get a promotion or taste that souffle. So, detailed? Yes, absolutely. This profession requires you to be detailed. I'm not thinking a single person in here is interested in having the person standing over them in their hospital bed not paying attention to detail. Even moving a decimal point one way or the other could be deadly. So absolutely, you have to be detailed. Nursing is about checking and rechecking, not only your work, but the work of others, the doctors, the pharmacists, whomever. You've got to do it. So yes, being detailed, paying attention to every single thing that's going on in that room, around that patient, that is your charge now, and you did sign up for it. This profession demands attention to detail. So, what else did we do in class? Remember when I called you a pig? Who are the pigs? Raise your hands. Pigs, come on. Pigs. Yeah, all right. Who are the cows? Cows, yay! And how about chickens? Chickens, thank you very much. Horses. Horses, sheep. All right. Remember, do you guys remember when the sheep wanted to be a part of the horses' herd? And the horses were cool with that. So, but the rest of the sheep needed their flock member. Anyway, wow, talk about diversity, right? We should really take a lesson if the horses were fine with that. So people out there are probably thinking a little confused, like, what are you talking about? And somebody's parents probably saying, she called my child a pig. Well, actually, this was a research, it was an exercise that Dr. Rogers and I did in January term, and I call it Down on the Farm. And it's an exercise in helping the students, hopefully, learn more about their role as a nursing leader and how that evolves when you're working in a group, in a community. And I hope it's fun things like that that helps cement that information in your brain. Not only me, but faculty, we're always trying to find creative ways of getting those points across so it'll stick with you. And over our time together, I hope you learned from me, but I think you also learned stuff about me too, didn't you? Yeah, sorry. It really couldn't be helped. We spent like a year together, spring, fall, and January term together. So you all know that I don't drink coffee in the morning, do I? No, I drink tea. You all know that I love animals. You know I have a couple of parrots. And you also know I have 3 little dogs, one of which, my precious Lacey Lynn, is dying of cancer. And I know you know that. You know that I have sons. And you know that if you get me talking about labor and delivery or neonatal intensive care, yeah, I'll certainly be on my soapbox going on about something very soon and have to dig my way out of it. And I think you know I worry about all of you. I worry that you're going to hit your head on the diving board. I worry that you're going to break a bone playing around with that longboard. And I worry that in the last few minutes of a game, you did break a bone. So I worry about you. I worry about the people that I really didn't get to know that well as a person rather than just a student. And I've learned from you too. I've got the greatest job to do that. I said earlier, I get a whole new cohort of nursing students every spring, and they bring me all kinds of new topics that I can learn from. I'd never be able to do that all on my own, right? And they bring me questions, and in grading their papers and answering their questions, I get to learn even more stuff. It's a great time, you guys, learning. And if we don't know the answers, what do? We look them up together. Just look it up. But I also know something about most of you, too. I know statistics isn't a favorite subject. I know you didn't like the quizzes our first semester together, did you? I know one of you needs regular sunshine, or you get sad. I know another of you really struggled to find any kind of happiness at Hartwick College on the Hill. And I hope that you did find some in your last year. I know another of you worked through some horrific personal problems, essentially all alone. And I'm sorry for that. I didn't know. I know some of you prefer honey in your tea rather than sugar. And oh, by the way, thank you for supplying me with almost a year's worth of it. I know group 3, you guys are probably not going to take me up on an offer of hot cocoa or hot tea, even on a cold winter's morning, and I kept asking, but you always said no. I learned about a very wonderful celebration in Hinduism called puja, because one of you asked me to be excused from class one day to celebrate it, and I didn't know anything about it, and I looked it up, because it's interesting, it's different, it's new. I know a couple of you have dads, real dads, not just fathers. You have dads, and I'm happy for you to have that. I also pretty much know who's good that research is over. I know also who's probably going to be a lifelong researcher. You're not going to stop her. I know some of your dreams and aspirations, and I know some of you were surprised by your research results. I know others of you really surprised yourselves at the level of scholarship and professionalism you attained writing your thesis. And I'm very proud of you for finishing that. And you guys, I also know I will miss you very much. I've gotten to know this particular class, the class of 2024, for whatever reason, maybe better than some other classes. So I also know you guys will be just fine. Dr. Kristen, or Professor Kristen, almost doctor, said you are resilient, and I agree with that. If your first job doesn't match your passion, you'll find one that will, I have no doubt. So please, when you leave us, think about us all here, our faculty, wishing you well. We don't forget about you. And actually, this wasn't in my speech, but I heard from a student this morning. He's got some questions because he was asked by his boss to do some lecturing. So, please. Think of us here at Hartwick. Send us a note if you think about it, you have a moment. And always, you guys, remember, pay attention to details. Remember, hope is not a plan. And finally, as I conclude, for the last time, really the last time. Remember January? I thought that was the last time, and we all started bawling. Didn't you guys get enough of that? So as I close, in the words of our first nurse theorist, epidemiologist, and nurse researcher, Florence Nightingale, let us never consider ourselves finished nurses. We must be learning all of our lives. And from me, I hope you live your lives loving to learn, but make a plan for it. Thank you.
So I'd like to invite Katie Miller, chosen by the class of 2024 as the senior class speaker, to the podium.
Surprise, Mom and Dad. Hallelujah, we made it. Today marks a significant milestone in our journey to becoming registered nurses. And what a journey it has been. We stand here together today because the world, in fact, did not end after that first med-surg exam. That's called perseverance, baby. To all 3-, 4-, and 5th-year students, please know that I see you and I acknowledge you and all of your hard work. You gotta stop. I hope that you are as proud of yourselves as I certainly am of all of you. Nursing school is not a linear journey, but what matters is exactly where you are seated today. I would like to thank my amazing cohort for choosing me to deliver this speech here today. I am incredibly honored and so blessed to know each and every one of you. I can say with great confidence that you all inspire me to become a better person and the best nurse each and every day. To all nursing faculty and staff here at Hartwick College, on behalf of myself and the class of 2024, thank you. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for seeing our potential when we felt that we had none. Thank you for all of the tough love, even if it just felt tough at the time. Thank you for loving us as if we were your own, but most importantly, thank you for sharing your knowledge and expertise and making us Hartwick nurses. Being a Hartwick nurse is a title I will forever be proud of. We have embraced the philosophy that nursing is both an art and a science, a delicate balance of clinical expertise and compassionate care. We've began to master the science of nursing through our rigorous coursework and our hands-on clinical experiences, but I would like to argue, shocker, I know, that Hartwick nursing goes far beyond the four walls of a hospital to focus on the true art and beauty of our profession. Hartwick nursing, what is it? Hartwick nursing is performing home visits to children who are developmentally delayed, working closely with them and their families, and ensuring that they have what they need to lead a happy and healthy life. Hartwick nursing is having an entire clinical day dedicated to working with an elderly member in our community, taking them to Price Chopper to get their prescriptions filled. Hartwick nursing inspires and encourages us to use our voices and to better our community for all who will precede us. Hartwick nursing is also ending class 10 minutes early to have a dance party with Dr. Best, which I can now say I'm not sorry for initiating that. Hartwick nursing is playing copious amounts of Uno in the milieu and still never winning. Hartwick nursing, the best thing in my entire life. Hartwick nursing is ensuring that you get to your ICU exam 15 minutes early so that you can do a rendition of Jesus Take the Wheel. And hoping that he's listening. Hartwick nursing is walking into hot yoga and saying, why is everybody in here a Hartwick nursing student? But most importantly, Hartwick nursing has taught us that the greatest lessons to be learned in life are those that we learned through the privilege of caring for others. Showcasing human empathy, compassion, connection, and love. Throughout my childhood and well into early adulthood, I was very sick. I practically grew up at Albany Medical Center and Boston Children's Hospital, and prom in the hospital is not really that fun. Struggling with illness for the majority of my life was a journey marked by fear, uncertainty, and profound vulnerability. Yet amidst all of that darkness, there was light. Even 5-year-old me could quickly realize that that light was just the nurses who cared for us. They not only tended to my physical wounds, but also to all of our spirits. The love, compassion, and dedication that they brought to work with them each and every day is what inspired me to become a registered nurse. To my fellow graduates, please understand the impact that you will have on the lives of others. Go to work every day and be proud of who you are and the kind of nurse that you are. Be that nurse. Be that nurse that others on the unit go to when they're scared, confused, or just need a listening ear. Be that nurse that makes family members feel comfortable leaving their loved ones because they know that they are in the most capable of hands. Be that nurse. I encourage all of you to find your why, if you haven't yet, and use it to guide you into your practice. I am going to be the nurse that I needed when I was younger. Each one of you embodies the very essence of what it means to be a registered nurse. Selfless, compassionate, with an endless devotion to the well-being of others. Your ability to comfort, heal, and uplift those in need is a testament to the incredible human beings that you all are. I want to express my deepest gratitude for having the privilege of walking alongside all of you during this journey. It has been the honor of a lifetime to learn and grow with each of you, and I am so thankful. About a week ago, Professor Depperman, who else, texted me and said, hey, how many times are you going to quote Taylor Swift during your pinning speech? To which I replied, none, but you all know what kind of person I am, so I had to throw one in. So ladies and gentlemen, as Taylor Swift once said, hold on to the memories and they will hold on to you. And that is exactly what I plan to do as I selfishly mourn the loss of our college days while excited to face what's next. So get out there and be the best nurse that you can possibly be. Be that nurse. Because remember, you are not just anyone. You are a Hartwick nurse. And as far as I'm concerned, that's a pretty damn good nurse. Thank you. That right there is why fake eyelashes exist. I'd like to present the senior gift to Professor, soon-to-be Dr. Jody Kristen on behalf of the class of 2024.
So I would like to invite Lorena Mara to the podium to present the white coat.
The presentation of the white coat symbolizes the dedication of nurses to providing the highest quality care and services, including considering the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering as primary concerns, acting in a compassionate and trustworthy manner in all aspects of care, applying knowledge, experience, and skills to assure optimal outcomes for patients, exercising sound professional judgment while abiding by legal and ethical requirements, accepting the lifelong obligation to improve professional knowledge and competence, promoting, advocating for, and striving to protect the health, safety, and rights of the patient, and accepting the duties and responsibilities that embody the nursing profession. Students, please rise and don your white coats. You may be seated. I'd like to invite Chelsea Fassett to the podium to read the significance of the pin.
Hello, everybody. So the significance of the pin. The tradition of the nursing pin and the ceremonial pinning of nursing school graduates originated in the 1860s at the Nightingale School of Nursing in St. Thomas Hospital in London. In the United States, the first pin was awarded to the graduating class of 1880 of the Bellevue Hospital School of Nursing in New York City. The pin, like the bygone nursing cap, has become a symbol of the nursing profession, and graduates wear their pin on their uniforms with great pride. To wear the nursing pin of Hartwick College is a joyful proclamation of one's graduation from an educational institution with a long history of academic excellence. Our graduates proudly wear the Hartwick pin as they engage in healthcare delivery across the nation and around the world. The pin serves as a reminder to you of the position of public trust now being placed in your hands. As well, the pin symbolically ties you to Florence Nightingale and the nurses of the Crimea, to Dorothea Dix, Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, Clara Barton, and the nuns of the battlefield who nursed the wounded during the Civil War, to visionary leaders Lavina Lloyd Dock, Mary Adelaide Nutting, and Isabel Hampton Rabb, who moved to organize the profession, to Jessie Sleet, Scales, and Lillian Wald, the nurses of Henry Street Settlement, who served poor and disenfranchised immigrants living in the tenements, to Mary Breckenridge, the Frontier School of Nursing, and nurse midwives worldwide tending to the needs of mothers and their babies, to the nurses buried at Arlington National Cemetery who served our country at home and abroad in times of need, to prisoners, migrant farm workers, persons with AIDS, new mothers and babies, the very poor, the very lonely, the very old, the sick, and the dying. To the history of Hartwick College nursing that began as a cadet nursing program over 80 years ago. To more than 3,000 nursing alumna and alumni of Hartwick College who are employed throughout this nation and world delivering nursing care to those in need, wherever they may be. Our history is rich, and today you become part of the history. Today, we invite you to join us in celebrating our rich and varied collective nursing past. Those who have influenced your nursing career, those present and past, and the contributions that each of you are made will continue to make in nursing. I congratulate all of you, and I'm so happy to invite you to the profession as colleagues. You're going to do great things. I'd like to now invite Dr. Patricia Manaki to the podium. She'll introduce the seniors, as well as alumni Dr. Melody Best, class of 1984, and Erica Holliquist, class of 2006, who are part of our nursing faculty and who will present the graduates with their nursing pins, signifying a welcome to the profession. Wear these pins with pride and do great things. Thank you.
Family and friends, please stay seated during the pinning ceremony. I would first like to recognize our very first Master's in Nursing Education graduate. Vanessa, can you please come up and allow us to celebrate your accomplishment? Jack Armstrong. Jack is from Windham, New Hampshire. He completed his senior practicum at Guthrie Lord's Hospital in the ICU. His short-term goal is to find a job where he can grow as a nurse and person. His long-term is to go back to school to become a nurse practitioner or CRNA. Jack would like to thank all of his professors who made Hartwick nursing so incredible. He would also like to thank his family and friends for supporting him every day. Jack Armstrong. Gina Bellantoni. From Staten Island, New York, graduated as part of the 3-year degree. She completed her senior practicum in the neonatal unit at Albany Medical Center. Following graduation, Gina will be employed at Bassett Medical Center, Special Care Unit. Her short-term goal is to become more confident in her ability to be a great nurse. Her long-term goal is to be a nurse in the Air Force. Gina would like to thank her mom, dad, siblings, and supportive professors. Gina. Gianna Cacciola. From Wading River, New York, completed her senior practicum in Stony Brook Hospital in the pediatric psych unit. Gianna's short-term goal is to secure a position at Stony Brook Hospital following graduation. Her long-term goal is to go back to school to become a psychiatric nurse practitioner. She would like to thank her family and friends for always supporting and believing in her. Gianna. Samantha Caceres. From Lynbrook, New York, she completed her senior practicum at Northwell Health Long Island Jewish Medical Center on the Adult Inpatient Oncology Unit. Her short-term goal is to become a certified in chemotherapy administration. Her long-term goal is to work on oncology as a nurse practitioner. Samantha would like to thank her family for their love and support. Lastly, Sam would like to dedicate her degree to her late grandfather, who will always inspire her. Samantha. Holly Kalori. From Rocky Point, New York, completed her senior practicum at Good Samaritan University Hospital in the NICU. Holly's short-term goal is to work on certifications and gain clinical practice hours to apply for the neonatal CCRN certification exam. Her long-term goal is to pursue a master's degree in nursing and become a clinical instructor. Holly thanks her mom, dad, and brother for always being her biggest supporters, as well as the staff and her peers at Hartwick for making her time here unforgettable. Holly. Mr. Louis Capolino.
Thank you so much for everything.
From Northport, New York, completed his senior practicum at Bassett Medical Center in Cooperstown, New York. His short-term goal is to find job security and learn to become more comfortable in uncomfortable situations as a nurse. His long-term goal is to become a CRNA. Louis would like to thank his mother, Danielle, father, Joe, sister, Nicole, and brother, Mark. He also thanks Hartwick nursing faculty and staff, the men's lacrosse coaching staff, and his past and current teammates. Louis. Naomi Cook. From Oneonta, New York, graduated as part of the 3-year degree in nursing. She completed her senior practicum at UHS Chenango Memorial Hospital on the maternity floor. Following graduation, Naomi will be employed at the University of Virginia Hospital on the mother-baby antepartum unit. Her short-term goal is to pass the NCLEX and start her first RN position before her 20th birthday. Naomi's long-term goal is to be happy in her career and love what she does. She would like to thank family, friends, and professors that supported her through the tears and triumphs of nursing school. Naomi. Jamani Cox. From Brooklyn, New York, she completed her senior practicum in the emergency department at Guthrie Hospital. Her current short-term goal is to take her boards and pass before the fall. Her long-term goal is to become a midwife and provide a more holistic approach to birth. Jamani thanks God and professors and friends and family for being her rock and amazing support system. She says she wouldn't have been able to make it this far without you, and she loves you. Jamani. Brianna Everly. From Otisville, New York, completed her senior practicum in the Cobleskill Regional Hospital Emergency Department. Her short-term goal is to develop and hone her hands-on nursing skills through practice. Her long-term goal is to work with the rural population in central New York and advocate for the healthcare needs of these communities. She would like to thank you for her family and boyfriend for supporting her long journey and for always believing in her. Brianna. Bree Fargnoli. Is from Binghamton, New York, and completed her senior practicum at UHS Wilson Medical Center, cardiac telemetry. Following graduation, she will also be employed on the same unit. Her short-term goal is to develop her skills and confidence as a new nurse. Her long-term goal is to further her education and become a nurse practitioner, specializing in cardiology. Brianna wishes to thank her mom, dad, and brother for their unwavering support, also extending a thank you to her nursing peers and teachers for making these 4 years so memorable. Bree. Elizabeth Fortin. From State College, PA, completed her senior practicum at Albany Medical Center in the Pediatric Hematology Oncology Medical Surgical Nursing Unit. Elizabeth will be employed at the Adult Hematology Oncology Unit at the Medical University of South Carolina in Charleston, South Carolina. Her short-term goal is to move to Charleston and begin her job. Her long-term goal is to get an MS in nursing education and be a clinical instructor. She thanks her family for supporting her every step of the way, as well as professors and friends for constantly pushing her to be the best person and student she could be. Elizabeth. Ryan Geary. Is from Yorktown Heights, New York, completed her senior practicum at Albany Medical Center in the pediatric emergency room. Her short-term goal is to recover from the physical and mental stress of nursing school and pass the NCLEX. Her long-term goal is to be happy wherever she is in life, including travel nursing around the world and helping different communities. Ryan would like to thank her family for supporting her through everything, especially her mom, who aspires to be like her as a nurse and person. She also thanks her friends, especially the new graduating class, for welcoming her with open arms and making her love of nursing school again. Ryan. Megan Harris. From Clinton, Connecticut, graduated in the 3-year degree. She completed her senior practicum at UHS Wilson Hospital in labor and delivery. She has also secured a position on this unit after graduation. Megan's short-term goal is to become established on her unit and gain essential knowledge and experience. Her long-term goal is to become a nurse educator. She would like to thank her family and Corey and everyone at Hartwick College who has supported her in the last 3 years. Megan. Lucas Hartman. From Ilion, New York, completed his senior practicum at Bassett Medical Center in the emergency department. Following graduation, Lucas will be employed at Bassett Medical Center on the special care unit. His short-term goal is to provide quality patient care to the central New York region while assisting his girlfriend Rachel in her nursing school journey. His long-term goal is to help build and provide for his future healthy family. He would like to thank his family, including his mom and dad, brothers, and Rachel. Lucas also wants to thank all the professors, especially Professor Menagi, for always believing it. Lucas. Shelby Hollister. From Oneonta, New York, graduated as part of the 3-year degree. She completed her senior practicum on the intensive care unit at United Health Services. Following graduation, Shelby will be employed in the dialysis unit at Bassett Medical Center. Her short-term goal is to partner with a knowledgeable mentor to facilitate her transition into practice. Her long-term goal is to lead a balanced life. Shelby thanks her incredibly supportive husband, who deserves an honorary degree for vicariously experiencing nursing school. She also thanks her family and friends who were invested in her success and graciously tolerated her lack of availability, as well as the phenomenal nursing faculty. Shelby. Duncan Jarvie. Is from Rutland, Massachusetts. He completed his senior practicum at Bassett Medical Center in the post-anesthesia care unit. His short-term goal is to work as an emergency department nurse. His long-term goal is to become a flight nurse. Duncan says thank you to his family, classmates, and professors. Duncan. Brianna Kemp. Is from Oxford, New York, and graduated as a part of the 3-year degree. She completed her senior practicum at St. Francis Hospital and Heart Center in Roslyn on the K2 Medical Surgical Telemetry Unit. Her short-term goal is to secure employment on a medical surgical unit at a reputable hospital. Her long-term goal is to earn a master's degree in a specialty of her choice. Brianna says to her professors, family, and friends, your love and support has meant more than you'll ever know, especially now that I enter into this next chapter of my life. Brianna. Akriti Khatri. Graduated as part of the 3-year degree. She is from Kathmandu, Nepal, and Akriti completed her senior practicum at Bassett Medical Center Intensive Care Unit in Cooperstown, New York. Her short-term goal is to travel around the U.S. before starting her nursing career. Her long-term goal is to focus on her health and pursue further education. She would like to express her deepest gratitude to her husband, mom, dad, and sisters for their support, encouragement, and guidance throughout this incredible journey. And to her cherished family, friends, and in-laws, thank you for celebrating all the highs, comforting through all the lows, and always believing in her. Akriti. Courtney Lessard. From Coventry, Connecticut, completed her senior practicum at Albany Medical Center on the trauma floor. Following graduation, she will be working at Connecticut's Children's Medical Center on a step-down ICU unit. Her short-term goal is to make a positive difference in the care of the pediatric patient. In the long term, Courtney would like to explore the world and different cultures. She wishes to thank her family for helping her through the past 4 years. Courtney. Madeline McGuire. From Goshen, New York, completed her senior practicum at Bassett Medical Center in the ICU. Her short-term goal is to secure a position at a hospital that prioritizes a positive and inclusive culture. Her long-term goal is to discover her true passion within nursing and have a significant impact on the lives of each and every patient. Madeline would like to thank her family, friends, and boyfriend for their continuous support throughout the past 4 years. She also thanks the strong female professors and instructors who encouraged and guided their students through this nursing program. Madeline. Vanessa Mendez. Is from Mineola, New York. She completed her senior practicum in labor and delivery at Katz Women's Hospital of Long Island Jewish Medical Center. Her short-term goal is to pass the NCLEX. Her long-term goal is to get an MSN and become a nurse practitioner. Vanessa would like to thank God for giving her the strength to succeed and her beautiful mom for always supporting her. Vanessa. Mitchell Mertz. From Nineveh, New York, completed his senior practicum at A.O. Fox Hospital Emergency Department. After graduation, Mitchell will also be employed at A.O. Fox Hospital Emergency Department. His short-term goal is to be disciplined, to work hard today and make tomorrow easier. His long-term goal is to build and stick to a healthy schedule that maximizes time with his family. Mitchell thanks his mom and dad. He says he owes many of his blessings and successes to them because of the sacrifices that they have made. He thanks them for everything they have done to get him where he is today. Mitchell. You ready? Katie Miller.
Come here.
Is from Burn Hills, New York. She completed her senior practicum at Albany Medical Center in the neonatal intensive care unit. Following graduation, she will also be employed there on the same unit. Her short-term goal is to comfortably transition into her new role in the NICU and learn more each day. Her long-term goal is to earn her MS in nursing education and work as a clinical instructor and professor. Katie would like to thank her family, friends, classmates, and all the nursing faculty and staff at Hartwick College for always pushing her to do her best. She would also like to take a shout out to her lucky exam socks. Katie. Kaylee Muscarello. So from Sayville, New York, completed her senior practicum in the NICU at South Shore University Hospital. After graduation, Kaylee will be employed on the Level 4 NICU at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York City. Within the next 6 months, she hopes to become an NNRP certified. Kaylee's long-term goal is to obtain her master's degree and become a neonatal nurse practitioner. She would like to thank her family for all their love and her parents for their support that provided the opportunity to start her dream job come August. Kaylee. Rachel Nachman. Is from Saratoga Springs, New York. She completed her senior practicum at Glens Falls Hospital Labor and Delivery Unit. Following graduation, she will be working at the Albany Medical Center Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. Her short-term goal is to complete new graduate orientation at her new job. Her long-term goal is to become more experienced as a NICU nurse. Rachel wants to thank her family, friends, and professors. Rachel. Jackson Nasty. From Canajoharie, New York, completed a senior practicum at Bassett Medical Center Intensive Care Unit. Following graduation, Jackson accepted a position there on the same unit. His short-term goal is to enhance his resume and obtain certification in critical care. His long-term goal is to become a CRNA in critical environment before obtaining leadership positions. Jackson is incredibly grateful to his parents for their unwavering love and support. He also expresses profound gratitude to his late grandmother, Janet. Frascator. Finally, a big thank you to his classmates for being a source of inspiration, encouragement, and assistance every step of the way. Jackson. Leslie Purley. Is from Niskey Unity, New York. She completed her senior practicum in Syracuse at Crown's Hospital on the Labor and Delivery Unit. Her short-term goal is to apply the knowledge gained over the past 4 years to the clinical setting and become more confident in her ability as a nurse. Her long-term goal is to volunteer on a medical mission trip abroad. Leslie would like to thank her professors, instructors, and friends for all their support and guidance throughout these last 4 years. Most importantly, she'd like to thank her family, who has instilled in her the desire to help other people. Leslie. Sarah Petz. Is from Webster, New York, and she completed her senior practicum at Strong Memorial Hospital in Rochester, New York. Following graduation, Sarah will be working at Highland Hospital in Rochester on the Progressive Care Unit. Her short-term goal is to work and continue learning, developing nursing and critical thinking skills each day, and begin to pay off her student loans. Her long-term goal is to work in the intensive care unit and become CCRN certified. Sarah thanks her family for being her biggest support through all of the accomplishments and challenges. She also thanks her friends for being a second family away from home and being there during the smiles and tears. Sarah. Catherine Pilliard. From Moortown, Vermont, completed her senior practicum at Albany Medical Center in the Adult Emergency Department. Her short-term goal is to explore a new part of the country, improve her Spanish fluency, and gain confidence in essential nursing skills. Her long-term goal is to become a nurse practitioner or certified nurse midwife. Catherine wishes to thank the many nursing professors and clinical instructors at Hartwick who were her mentors, friends, and fantastic educators. She also thanks Dr. Karina Walker for her support and flexibility to make her Spanish minor and international internship possible. Catherine. Lauren Plunkett. From Voorheesville, New York, she completed her senior practicum at Albany Medical Center on the postpartum unit. Following graduation, she'll be working as an oncology nurse at St. Peter's Hospital in Albany. Her short-term goal is to provide compassionate patient care and receive chemotherapy certification. Her long-term goal is to be in a specialty area she loves. Lauren thanks her mom, dad, friends, and family providing love and support throughout her nursing school journey. Lauren. Claudia Polaro. From Queensbury, New York, completed her senior practicum at Albany Medical Center, NICU. After graduation, Claudia will be working at the Albany Medical Center, NICU. Her short-term goal is to get certified in neonatal resuscitation. Her long-term goal is to become a level 3 or level 4 RN. Claudia would like to thank her coaches and teammates for consistently lifting her up, and thank you to her family for their unwavering love and support and always believing in her. Claudia. Brooke Powell. Is from Binghamton, New York. She completed her senior practicum at UHS Wilson Hospital on the cardiovascular intensive care unit and will also work on the same unit after graduation. Her short-term goal is to produce quality care on patients and families while gaining experience. Her long-term goal is to continue to love the nursing profession in her specialty area. Brooke would like to thank her family for being her biggest supporters. She also would like to thank her nursing professors for all the talks and encouragement throughout nursing school. Brooke. Gabriella Puglisi. From Charlton, New York, completed her senior practicum at Albany Medical Center in the labor and delivery. Following graduation, Gabriella would also like to work in labor and delivery at Albany Medical Center. Her short-term goal is to continue to learn in the field, expand nursing knowledge, and obtain more certifications. Her long-term goal is to get an advanced degree and become a midwife. Gabriella thanks her mom, dad, brother, family, and friends for their support, as well as her grandmother, who inspired her to become a nurse. Gabriella. Kristen Spruck. Is from Wappinger Falls, New York, and she completed her senior practicum in the emergency department at Albany Medical Center. Following graduation, Kristen plans to work at the Montefiore Medical Center Emergency Department. Her short-term goal is to mentally recuperate from nursing school, pass the NCLEX, and gain work experience. Her long-term goal is to travel the world helping others as a clinical nurse. She would like to thank everyone who helped make this journey possible. Kristen. Emily Strutt. Is from Pleasant Valley, New York. She completed her senior practicum at Albany Medical Center in labor and delivery, and she will be employed on this unit there after graduation. Her short-term goal is to get an electronic fetal monitoring certification, and her long-term goal is to become a certified nurse midwife. Emily wishes to thank her family, boyfriend, and friends for their support throughout nursing school. Emily. Caitlin Unger. Is from Warwick, New York, and completed her senior practicum at Garnet Health Medical Center on the neonatal intensive care unit. Her short-term goal is to secure a job and develop as a professional nurse. Her long-term goal is to explore various nursing specialties and advance her degree. Caitlin says thank you to her family for their constant support and encouragement, as well as her friends for pushing her through the program, giving the best college experience, and thanks her professors and clinical instructors for fostering the passion for nursing. Caitlin. Kelly Jo Van Valkenburg. From Prattsville, New York, completed her senior practicum at Bassett Medical Center in the labor and delivery. Following graduation, she has accepted employment at Bassett Medical Center in the birthing center. Her short-term goal is to start working by September and pass the NCLEX by October 2024. Her long-term goal is to become a certified nurse midwife and certified EMT. Kelly Jo would like to thank professors and classmates for making these last 4 years a memorable experience. She would also like to thank her mom and family for supporting her throughout this journey. Kelly Jo. Allison Villalobos. Came to Hartwick from Miramar, Costa Rica, and she completed her senior practicum at Bassett Medical Center's birthing center on labor and delivery. Following graduation, she has accepted employment there on the same unit. Her short-term goal is to catch up on some sleep and get vitamin D. Allison would like to become a certified nurse midwife, get a doctoral level degree, and retire as a nursing professor. She would like to thank her father, who always believed in her and supported her. She also thanks Hartwick's DEIB team and nursing professors, her family away from home. Allison. Victoria Zellens. From Stanford, Connecticut, completed her senior practicum at White Plains Hospital on the intensive care unit. Her short-term goal is to pass the NCLEX exam and secure a position in a reputable hospital. Her long-term goal is to become a geriatric nurse practitioner and contribute to healthcare improvements for the elderly population. She is thankful for her amazing, loving family and friends and her supportive boyfriend and family for being her pillars throughout nursing school. She says she is truly grateful to God for guiding her on this journey. Victoria. And last but not least, Christine Zuniga. From Amityville, New York, completed her senior practicum in the ER at South Shore Hospital. Her short-term goal is to become a well-rounded, skillful new graduate nurse. Her long-term goal is to become fully confident in her skills and pursue higher education and become a nurse practitioner. Christine thanks her mom, without whom she wouldn't have been able to pursue her dreams. She also thanks all of her friends and those along the way who made the hardest days in nursing school a little bit brighter. Christine. I'd like to invite Professor Maya McCann to the podium to lead the International Nurses Pledge.
To mark the transition from student to graduate nurse, we ask the members of the class of 2024 and all registered nurses in the audience to please stand. Place your hand over your hearts and recite the International Nurses Pledge found on the back of your program. In full knowledge of the obligations I am undertaking, I promise to care for the sick with all the skill and understanding I possess, without regard to race, creed, color, politics, or social status, sparing no effort to conserve life, to alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me, and refraining from any action which might endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level, to give loyal support to cooperation to all members of the health team. I will do my utmost to honor the International Code of Ethics applied to nursing and to uphold the integrity of the professional nurse. Please be seated. I'd like to invite alumna Erica Holliquist to the podium.
Hello. Welcome from nursing alumni. Congratulations, members of class of 2024. On behalf of the Alumni Association, we look forward to welcoming you into the fold as graduates of the nursing program and members of the Alumni Association. We are pleased and proud of your accomplishments. Hartwick has prepared you with a solid foundation upon which to build a lifetime of success. As you leave here, you take a piece of Hartwick with you, and we hope that as you reflect on your educational experience, that you will be thankful for the experience, send future nurses to us, and come back to see us from time to time. Your presence at local and regional Hartwick events, your expertise in the field, your accomplishments in research and education, and your generosity of time and spirit in your communications are part of what makes Hartwick known as a place that prepares highly qualified baccalaureate nurses. Stay in touch and do good things. And with that, we'll welcome Professor Jody Kristen for her closing.
So this concludes our ceremony. We send you off, the Hartwick School of Nursing class of 2024, and want you to prioritize self-care, love, laugh, and happiness. Wish you all the best, guys. Congratulations. So remain seated for the professional, students are going to walk out and come over to the bleachers for their picture.